Good evening everyone and welcome back to the Braindead Game Down. Today I'm taking a look at Red Dead Redemption. So they've released a PC port. It's been 14 years. PC gamers have been asking for this for a very long time. The entire time. And here we are, we finally have it. And after the dumpster fire that was GTA the Definitive Editions, they thankfully didn't get Grove Street Games to do this. They got Double 11, it seems, by the splash screens at the start, and it doesn't appear to be a remaster. I don't think it's a remaster. I think it's just the original assets at the intended original quality, rather than and modern resolutions and maybe some tweaks here and there. I'm not entirely sure, but I've played about an hour at this point, and I've given a look through the menus. I've played just enough to see what it feels like, and I'm happy to report it is a decent PC port. It seems there's scaling options, like you got Fidelity FX in there. You got you got the AMD dynamic resolution thing. You got NVIDIA DLSS. So you got those for lower end hardware, but it is also just a 14-year-old game. So you should be okay. That's the thing. I was a little worried with this because yes, it was probably an updated engine from the GTA 4 version, but GTA 4 legendarily bad PC port. It was only really when that DX to Vulkan mod came out that it started being able to get consistent 60 frames finally on PC after many years of it being out and stuff. And because of just Rockstar and not thinking about high frame rates back then, it was like, well, we've 30 on the console. Well, it wasn't locked at 30 on the consoles either, but you get the point, So I was a little worried about that with this, but pleased to report there seems to be none of that at all. The performance was pretty steady, even whilst recording a video and streaming it to my friend in Discord on AMD 5800X and an NVIDIA 2070 Super. So not even high-end hardware. It's older mid-end hardware at this point. So even on that, pretty solid performance. Installed on the Steam Deck on higher settings, appears to be running pretty smoothly as well. There's warning for Steam Deck users who want to give Red Dead a go. At the moment, it may be patched. When you first boot up the game and get into actual gameplay, it runs at 2 frames per second. But just leave it for a second, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then it will stabilize. It will run like a dream. So, warning for Steam Deck users, but other than that, seems pretty solid as well. So, all happy on that front. So textures and things, like I said, it's the original textures, I think, but at their intended quality, finally. The draw distances are a lot further and all of that. It's nice being able to see the world in, being able to see the full scope of the world without a bunch of popping and things like that, which is really nice. There's also, as soon as you boot up the game, it asks you to choose your desired quality settings, which I thought was brilliant. I thought that was a great touch. Just get it right out the way off the bat. Keyboard and mouse feels pretty smooth as well. Thankfully, this is an older Rage Engine title, so whilst in Rockstar games, there's generally the animation sluggishness. When you're playing with keyboard and mouse, it feels a little sluggish because the animations have to catch up and things like that. There are some instances of that, but this is one of their older games, and the animations are a bit smoother, quicker. I don't want to say smoother, quicker is probably, more game-like, and rather than immersion, but that's fine. And I think it is great. To summarize, the port is really good. If you've never played Red Dead, now is the time to play it, because this is the best it's ever looked and smoothest it's ever run. Unless you've got emulation, like a high-end PC and emulation, most people have been stuck on 30 frames per second with Red Dead 1 for 14 years. 720p if you're playing it on a 360, yeah, if you're playing it on Xbox Series X, you get 4K, but it's still 30 frames. And now, finally, without emulation, we can push 144 frames. You can get higher frame or more. You know, if you got high at 4090, you could probably run this at 240 if the engine allows it. I don't know, but there is an option for uncapped frame rate, so it probably allows it. You know, so to summarize, this port is really good. Like, there's no, like, from what I've seen so far, there's none of the worry of GTA, the definitive editions, which is what I was initially worried about. But that's my summary of this. This is the talky part. Now, if you'd like to get along with the gaming part, well, I think if you'd like to see the gameplay that got me to this conclusion, I think it's time to grab our 1887s and let's get going. And let's watch. Let's have fun. This is the gameplay. I hope you all enjoy. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. I've been Brain Dead, and I'll catch you in the gameplay. I like doing that. I'm gonna have a little peruse of the settings menu actually, and do a total biscuit. Like, you know, have a look through the settings menu as my first port of call. used to be his. I remember that. But no, I'm looking here, just going straight to the graphics menu. It looks pretty fucking cool to me. Like, there's a lot of options, and more options than I would have expected for a 14-year-old game. Now, straight away, looking at this, and I am in the menu, so I'm going to reserve judgment until I'm in the actual game. But one thing I'm going to be looking for here is frame rate and performance, because this game is on the same engine as GTA 4. Now, GTA 4 is a legendarily bad PC port. Like, so many mods, so many years later. You know, like, in fact, so many years later, the vanilla version on fucking good PCs still can't hold a stable 60 frames per second without like DirectX to Vulkan mod and stuff. And it's just, so that's something I'm going to be looking out for in this, because this is the same engine. I'm hoping that that's been resolved. But I love this game though, and seeing all of this, like, I'm about to play Red Dead at native 1440p with 144 hertz frame rate cap, which I'm probably not going to reach, granted, because I'm recording a video. But, like, you know, RTX 2070, AMD 5800, 5800. You know, so, like, it's not a bad system, not an amazing one. I'd say it's probably like mid-tier now. You know, it was like mid to high end before. Now I'd say it's mid-tier. So, but 14-year-old game. So that's enough jibber jabber though. Let's crack on. Well, this is the smoothest I've ever seen this game, and it feels nice. I used, like, all the times I've played the 360 version, which was 720p, 30 frames, and would barely hold that. Granted, the Series X version, or the 1X enhanced, holds pretty strong at 30 and it's 4K. But like, it's nice. And I'm going to be shooting and aiming with a mouse. Hell yeah. Looks like it's all the same textures. It doesn't look like they've remastered it at all. It looks like they've used the same textures. It's just they get to see them at their original quality maxed out.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
I hardly think so.
Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family.
I don't want to be judgmental, but I'm going to be judgmental.
The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other.
She's had enough.
And who let you worship in peace.
She don't want to listen anymore.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Armadillo. Alright, so because I'm recording the video, I'm gonna turn down the graphics a bit. Let's go to like high instead. Do that. Oh. Hello, sir. You appear to be a bit drunk.
Mr. Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. They're pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Well, it definitely didn't look this good on the 360, let me tell you.
You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Ulster. Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus. Whoa! Let's go!
What button do I press to slow down? Is it just S? Q? Oh, left control. Okay. Makes sense!
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
It feels a little strange to be playing Red Dead without
Are you planning on spending any
immense
time in
amounts of
Armadillo,
popping.
Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a
Like-
lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like
Like,
Dang, those girls ain't even fit for
it's
a drinking
genuinely
man
making
to
me
hold up
happy.
with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
And with a keyboard and mouse
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee
was
Johnson.
nice.
Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I
Nope.
am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill. Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Let's go.
Episode 1 of John's a Dumbass.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
End of game. Rip. Game over. That was fun. And there we have it. The start of John's a dumbass.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
So something I'm noticing here is that like the weapon models and everything look like they might have received an update or something. Because I mean, like the detail in like the faces, like John's face and everything, still like it looks a little rough. Like, it doesn't look that much better than it did back in the day. But these like the detail on the holster and like the gun models and things like that. That shit looks so much better than it did. You know, like that's, yeah. Cool. Cool. I like it. Now let's get the busy work missions out the way so I can go and start shooting things.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Oh yeah, I'll take the black one. Mine.
How am I going to show you the ranch if you keep racing off ahead?
Cause I'm on PC.
It's also where we lock up good for
There's no walk.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Mr. McFarland.
I'm not playing on console.
Come on then.
I can't push a stick mildly forward. But then again, I could not hold left shift. You know.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Well, that's because you haven't seen a ranch in a video game before, my friend. Need somewhere
And
to
here's the
stock up.
corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Come on, boy. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Yep, that looks way better. The barn always looked a bit rough.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Rockstar games, like,
What are you waiting for? Come
say
on,
what you
I
want
don't
about
fight.
Take-Two and the development and the business practices and all of that. But they have never made a bad game. And when I say they, I mean Rockstar themselves, not the
about a
people
cold
who
drink,
then
Mr. Marston?
remastered their games or
Thank you,
whatever.
ma'am.
But like,
Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of
particularly for the time and everything as well. And I've always
Sure.
just been able to
Come on
put
in.
Rockstar
I'll show you
games
the
on
house and then you can sit for a while.
and play them. Interesting stories, fun gameplay. You know, like I always have it, and I must have played through this game at
Mr.
least
Marston,
Miss McFarland.
15
remember me
times.
telling you about the trouble
At least
we've been
once
having
a
with
year
rustlers
since it
and
came out.
other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
The windows are transparent. Sorry, I'm noticing things,
Come on,
alright?
then.
I'm sorry.
Let's mount up and take
You
a
can
look
actually
around.
see through the window. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Let's
fine
go.
to me.
Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Hey, you're the one who gave me a gun.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Okay, so there's some popping.
Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Whoa there! Good shot! Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker. Nice shooting! You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. That rabbit didn't stand a chance.
It indeed felt good to be doing that with a mouse. Even though, like, Rockstar games have generous auto-aim on console, on controller anyway, so... I probably could have done that quicker on a controller.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure. Let's go!
Was that a coyote? Get those pets before they scare the livestock! Hurry! I bet they're going straight for the chicken coop. Marston.
Slow up.
Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience
I'll let them
in.
talk.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
So 2 complaints. 1, they didn't add the ability to be able to save all the chickens. That's always bothered me. It doesn't matter how quick you do that bit, you can't save all the chickens.
Saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
2,
Good night, Miss McFarland.
it appears that they still haven't added... I don't want emotes. Right, I don't want an emote wheel. What I want is a tip hat. That's it. See, so I want an emote, but just one. Let me tip my hat. That's all I want. Just give me the ability.
Yeah.
Let's do another mission. I'll do another mission, even though I think it might be too late, so I might have to sleep. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Do another mission, and then I will, I'll do a summary of how I feel about this so far, even though I think it's quite obvious.
Whoa there. Say what you like,
Sleep. Save the game. Okay, there's an issue with the PC port. You can't click a thing in the saves. You have to press the button like it's a controller. Minor thing. I'm sure that can probably be resolved in a patch. Very minor thing.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
I'm really looking forward to trying this on the Steam Deck as well, thinking about it. Native Steam Deck, like native to the Steam Deck. Red Dead on Go. In fact, that's probably how I will end up playing this more often than not, thinking about it.
1, go!
Right.
I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Let's go. Yeah. Are you saving the bed for life? Would you like me to slow down?
No mercy.
How you doing back there?
Controls are a little rough, to be fair, for this on keyboard and mouse. I'm going very wide.
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Mr. McFarland.
No, I am though, because I'm way better at this on a controller. No, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? I'm mashing left shift! Bastard. No, I've got problems with my damn keyboard though.
You still think you're gonna win this, don't you? Follow me.
Must win. Must win. Must win.
Come on.
Oh wow, mashing left shift like this is not, my little finger is not used to this. Left shift is normally a button that, you know, you like press once. I think I might have to rebind this to space. It feels like it should be space.
More like it. I think you chose the
Final
wrong
sprint.
horse, Miss McFarland. Come on. Whoa there.
Jesus. Jesus.
That was
I'm
fun.
playing the guitar, don't give my pinky a workout like that.
You know, you should go pay
What?
the marshal a visit in Armadillo
Not gonna say it.
sometime. I'm
Not
sure
gonna
he can
say it.
help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
Do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Alright. Let me go and save. And then I'm going to do a bit of a summary, give my impressions, which, thinking about it, you guys will have already seen, because I'm going to have that at the top of the video. Let me just save my game here, and thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Braindead. This is the Braindead Game Down. Subscribe, like, comment down below, all of that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.